along with a Facebook card reading, choose a card post that I did. However, if you're seeing this on YouTube and didn't see the Facebook post, no worries. These are the 3 cards. This is card number 1. This is card number 2 in the middle. And this one is card number 3. So you are more than welcome to think about, you can pause the video, think about which card is really calling to you. If you were part of the Facebook post, maybe you already know, or maybe a new card is pulling you. And if not, maybe they're all for you. So I'm gonna go through all of them. I haven't planned out what I'm gonna say. I haven't planned out if we're gonna do some clearing or some healing. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be a surprise. Okay, so this is the first card, and it says Love Matters. Now, just keeping in mind that you are your own receiver, so if you look at this and it means something to you, you are correct. So follow whatever that means to you. I think this one's just so beautiful. Just reminding us that love is important. We all know this. This is not new, but being in the human world, it's very easy to get pulled out of love, pulled out of the perspective of love, pulled out of seeing the world through love. This is reminding you, like, on this journey, you are meant to connect to that love, whatever that means, whether that's self-love for right now, whether that's love in your relationships, whether that's love in your animals, but definitely you're being called to see some situation through the perspective of love. And yeah, even just that teeny tiny perspective shift can be wildly life-changing. So I feel like I'm also meant to remind you, whether this is for yourself, whether you're meant to see someone else through the eyes of love, or you're meant to see yourself through the eyes of love right now. We are all, it's almost like you can think of everyone as this little child, right? We all have this little child kind of inside of us that maybe didn't get all the love they needed when they were an actual child. That part of everyone is still there, like calling out for love, screaming for love, tantruming for love. And when they're in an adult body, you know, it's hard to remember they're also, that little child that maybe didn't receive all that love is still in there. So if it's you that you're meant to see through the eyes of love right now, it means, you know, did you act in a way that wasn't, maybe didn't put yourself in the best light? Seeing yourself as that little child, you were screaming out for love, maybe not in the best adult way, but maybe that, you know, maybe you said something that maybe hurt someone else, whatever it was. You're meant to look at you through love. Look at that inner child within you. You know, you can forgive her or him or whoever for screaming out in that way, and just say, you know, I get it. You are screaming out for love. The same thing goes for anyone else around you. That driver that, you know, cuts you off, your best friend that says something that maybe wasn't so nice, your boss, you know, that, I don't know, does something that just really throws you for a loop. Anything, anyone, any relationship that you have with someone that's triggering you, one, there may be some sort of lesson in it for you, but that's not the focus of this card. The focus of this card is seeing them through the eyes of love. Love matters, and so if they are screaming out in a not so nice way, it's like their little inner child is having like this temper tantrum, and their adult self doesn't know how to deal with it. And it's most likely because that little child did not get all the love that they needed. So what can you do about it, right? Now what? Okay, so what? They're a tantruming child. I'm a tantruming child. Even just that slight shift in perspective can help. It can help you release some of what you're holding on to, the anger you're holding on to around it, the lack of forgiveness that you're feeling around the situation, the energy you're giving it to like stuff that doesn't feel good, even just thinking of in that way might relax that. But if it doesn't, let's see if we're meant to do some clearing around it. Okay. Yes, okay. This makes sense. So I'm going to send you a Reiki with this hand, my left hand, and I'm going to clear it using my pendulum. So take a nice deep breath, or 2 or 3. If you can, close your eyes. You don't have to. So what's happening right now is I'm sending you Reiki. Just calling on the Holy Fire Reiki to flow. Look, we're already clearing. I didn't even say the words yet. So what we're clearing is whatever situation that has popped into your brain when I've been talking, we're sending clearing to that situation. If you don't know what it is, it's still clearing something. So we're just asking whatever is in the highest and best for this card, for this situation, whatever is meant to be cleared. We're asking that be cleared now from your energy field, that be released. We'll send that up to the highest heavens for love to be transmuted. So you can just kind of breathe. We can bless and release, right? Thank you. Thank you for coming into my awareness. Thank you for allowing whatever to come in, even if it didn't feel good, but I do not need you. It is your time to go. I release the situation. I receive the healing to allow this to release gently, yet powerfully. Knowing that whatever you are releasing is not truly yours to carry. We can do one nice deep breath to fully release that out. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. We're meant to send healing with this card too. So I'm going to keep using my pendulum. I do a lot of work with my pendulum just because I like to visually see what's happening. So we just cleared out some stuff, some energetic junk. We are now going to send healing to any, so I'll say it. Okay, so we're sending healing. Same thing, close your eyes, just breathe. And if you can't close your eyes, that's completely fine. So just asking that any parts of ourselves that allowed that lower density to attach to it, that we just cleared out, allowing those spaces to be filled with Holy Fire Reiki, with love, with light. Accepting and receiving this highest healing, always working for our highest and best and the highest and best of all. You can hear my kids screaming in the background. It's all part of it. My husband is watching him. I'm not totally ignoring him. Okay, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, card number 2. Trust your own understanding. There's a lot going on in that picture. Okay, trust, trust, trust. So this one can be just pretty straightforward with trust your own understanding. Is there something going on in your life right now that you keep second guessing? You know, you like kind of know in your gut, but you don't know, but like the real you really knows. You know, is it about a job, a relationship, a situation, whatever that is that you're kind of like, not really sure. Trust you. You know, yes, yes, yes. Trust yourself. I kind of like, so it's kind of interesting. She looks like, I think it could go either way. See that little mask she's holding? I think it could be like, I think it could be 2 things. I think for some of you, it could be like you're taking that mask off and you're like allowing yourself to be like that truly like vulnerable in a like a just a powerful, gentle, vulnerable way, taking that mask off, allowing yourself to really see the truth in a situation. A lot of times, right, we can try to convince ourselves out of something or convince ourselves into something. I feel like she's like taking that mask off to be like, you know it. Your real self knows the answer. You could also think about it, she's putting the mask on. It's not covering her whole face, it's not covering her eyes. So it's kind of the same idea, but almost like you're being asked to put the mask of your true self on, which is really not a mask, it's just who you are at like the deepest level. But it's almost like, I feel like some of you are gonna like that imagery better, like you're putting on this mask of like, of you, being able to see through the true you and not all the pretending or the wishy-washiness. Yeah, so you are capable right now of trusting yourself. You're capable of stepping into yourself, your true self, not like your human mind that's gonna try to tell you, well, so-and-so is gonna want me to do this, or it doesn't, you know, human-wise, I don't know if it makes sense to do that. You know, your truest self knows, and this is just telling you that, like, either put those glasses on, like, to see the perspective through your highest self, your truest self, or if you feel better, take that off to really see.